Okay, fellas, Los Angeles is burning to the ground. You've seen the fires? I'm sure you're very interested to know what's happening in Los Angeles. It is very interesting and it is shocking and seriously scary. Let's find out. What's up, everybody? I hope you're doing good. It's a beautiful day. Thank you very much for stopping by. You are very much appreciated. Okay, so we are in Los Angeles. Let's waste no time. It is burning to the ground. And this is crazy and very, very scary. Because many people believe somebody provoked God. And that is the reason why things are burning. So I don't know what you believe in, but I think you need to watch this. Now, there was an event happening, the 2025 Golden Globe Award winnings.
And welcome to the 82nd Golden Globes, Ozempic's biggest night.
Where many actors and filmmakers come together, to receive prizes for the work they've achieved throughout the year. And within this event, somebody made a comment. Nikki Glazer, a comedian, made a comment about God. What she said was, who is considered as a leader out of all the people that we see? Now, as you can say, many people did not choose God. There was 0 for God.
Welcome to the 82nd Golden Globes. You were incredible in Dune. Oh, woke up for all of your scenes. What a year you've had. Glenn, couch talks, and you'll go, oh, that was before Moms are holding strong with 3 shout-outs. God, creator of the universe, 0 mentions.
I mean, my question is, why did she have to do that? Why was it necessary for her to emphasize that God has received 0? And guess what? Very interesting. I mean, you can see people laughing. It's Hollywood. They're rich. They've achieved everything. They've arrived. Therefore, let's mock God. God has received 0. Now, 4 hours later, fellas, the blaze started. That is when everything started going into crumble. And Hollywood, as you know it, wasn't the same anymore. Now, my point is, I don't care whether you believe or not, but if you believe, what was she trying to accomplish by making that cocky comment about God? Very interesting. Now, right now, many believers believe Hollywood is paying a price of insulting God. 4 hours after the event, 12,000 residents were destroyed. $300 billion in damage. And they say 30% of the filmmakers, actors, all the participants in the movies you watch stay in that specific area that was burned and still burning right now. Now, a lot of those people were in that event where they made the joke out of God. Anyway, I'm just kidding. 13,000 firefighters are standing right now in California trying to fight the blaze. 1,354 cars are trying to fight the fires. 84 airplanes are flying over trying to switch off this fire that's been burning like hell. Now, guess what? Mexico, Canada, and Ukraine have offered to send firefighters. Interesting. America's always been self-sufficient. The Americans say the greatest country in the world, which is false. Greatest country in terms of what? Absolutely not. Healthcare is really bad. America's got the most prisoners in the world. Level of poverty you don't name. It's absolutely crazy. If you compare the United States of America with Nordic countries, it has nothing to do together. Anyway, let's get back on track. Ukraine has promised to send firefighters.
Доручив сьогодні міністру внутрішніх справ України і нашим дипломатам підготувати можливість участі наших рятувальників в боротьбі з пожежами в Каліфорнії. Там дуже важка ситуація, і українці можуть допомогти американцям захистити життя. Зараз це опрацьовується по відповідних каналах. Ми запропонували нашу допомогу американській стороні. 150 наших пожежників вже підготовлені.
So Ukraine is offering to send firefighters to the United States of America. Why do you think they're doing that? Do you think it's because Ukraine has the capacity? Or you think Ukraine is just trying to be nice in a way that they can be to the right side of America? When Trump comes into power, then Trump would go like, well, because Ukraine has helped us, let us help Ukraine as well. I'm just saying. Well, this is not brand new. California is known for those type of situations. The Santa Ana winds that create a dry condition every year create fires, but it has never been in this scale. This is the time where it has the most damage ever. We know the stance of America, especially the Republican, towards Mexico. Well, they don't like the Mexicans very much, but Mexico is offering help to the United States of America. Now, Donald Trump has blamed Gavin Newsom. Gavin Newsom is the governor of California. Trump has targeted Newsom. He says incompetent officials are managing the crisis.
This is a true tragedy, and it's a mistake of the governor, and you could say the administration. They don't have any water.
In other words, Newsom's officials are mismanaging the crisis. Now, for context, Trump is Republican, Newsom is Democrat, and he believed Newsom did not sign the papers that was required to have enough water in that side of California. Let me just give you context. Many people are blaming mismanagement of California, saying that side of California does not have enough water.
Karen Bass didn't fill the reservoirs, so all the fire reservoirs were not. So the fire trucks are there, they couldn't pump water.
They cut the water off.
They don't have water.
And I know many of you have been thinking that only Africa don't have water. So yes, America is living in a situation where there's fire burning all over the place and there is not enough water. And besides not having enough water, there's not enough pressure for the water to extinguish the blaze. Crazy, yeah? And I know a lot of African lovers will go like, yeah, you only blame Africa for all these type of things. Like if there's no water and things are burning, we blame Africa. I mean, we've seen situations where a house is burning and there's a firefighter truck coming next to the house, but the firefighter truck from Africa doesn't have water to pour. Crazy stuff. Now, in America, in one of the most richest places in the United States of America, the houses are burning, $300 billion in loss, and there is not enough water, and the water that's available doesn't have enough pressure to extinguish the fire. And now they said the wind has been one of the reasons why they have been unable to even send airplanes in the beginning of the fire so they can go extinguish the fire in the beginning. It was very difficult for helicopters to fly over and extinguish the fire because of the winds. That's called the Santa Ana winds, which are usually very hot and very dry. So these winds dry plants and they cause fire. Now, many people believe it has something to do with climate change. Well, other people don't believe in climate change, so we don't quite know who to believe. Now, there was another theory saying that the California insurance companies canceled insurances for houses burning just a few days before the fire started. That's crazy. How did they know that fires will start? It's sickening, isn't it? Now, that still needs to be confirmed whether insurances are going to pay, because many people are very worried whether insurance will pay for their losses, even though they've been paying for years, or not. There is another theory about the Belmont, Arizona city. Belmont, Arizona city is a project by Bill Gates, and supposedly it's a project to create a city by Bill Gates, for Bill Gates and Bill Gates people. Now, the city is supposed to hold about 200,000 human beings. It's going to be a smart city with electronic cars, self-driving autonomous cars. So no need for a driver. You can just sit there. The car will drive you by yourself. The car can communicate with each other and there will be no traffic jams and no problems. You'll be home just in time. So the car can calculate you must leave home at this time. He leaves at that time. So you don't all go together at the same place. So everybody can go smoothly. The city will be self-sufficient and all that crazy stuff. And many people believe that Bill Gates has something to do with it. And that's the reason why stuff are burning. And the reason for that was because they want to actually start this project of this brand new city where everything is by your fingerprint and stuff like that. Well, is this true? I don't know. The bottom line is this, okay? There are many rubbish stories being told in the city. Absolutely. But thinking everything you hear that's crazy is rubbish, that makes you rubbish. Yeah, an intelligent people doesn't just dismiss information because it sounds rubbish. An intelligent person, though he doesn't believe everything is told, he also doesn't reject everything either. So, be wise. Now, what's interesting to say is also many people have been arrested because many people went looting as the fire was burning. Yes, and some people were arrested wearing firefighters' gear, and these people are just crazy. Wearing firefighter gear to go and loot other people's place, it's crazy stuff. So looting is not just for Africans. This is South African looting. Okay. This video is not about South Africans. Well, this is looting in America. It's interesting. Let me know how you feel about this. I think it's a great pleasure. I want to know what your take in this. Who started the fire? Is this just a fire coming from nowhere? Why is it this big if it's just fire from nowhere? Why has it never happened before? Right? That's a good question. Number 2, is this anything to do with Bill Gates? Or maybe not. What do you think about that? Number 3, what about the insurance companies? How did they know it was just the right time to cancel those insurances about houses burning? That's interesting. Number 4, how you feel about Ukraine offering to send firefighters in the United States of America, the greatest country in the world? Anyway, God bless.